Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to talk about how I went from 0 to 25 units in just 2.5 years and how you can get that accomplished too in 2019. Let's go. So the lighting's really bad today. I'm not in my office. I'm actually in my daughter's room. So that's where the good light is. Hope you guys don't mind. It's really cute. Alright, you ready for some tea? T-Rex, I bet you want some. So in today's video, we are going to dive in how I went from 0 to 25 units in 2.5 years and how you can potentially do that or even better. I feel like sometimes we could have moved even faster than that. But let's get right into this. I got into real estate as an agent because I knew eventually I wanted to invest in real estate. I wanted to own properties, rental properties. I thought it was going to be a great long-term investment. Honestly, when I got into the business, I got sidetracked by all the sales, didn't really think about the investing side until a few years went by, and a property manager friend of mine shot me a text with a link to a podcast. It was the Bigger Pockets real estate podcast, and I listened to that one episode. I don't remember which one it was, but it was probably around episode 150 or something like that when I started listening. I listened to that, and then I went in reverse and listened to all of the previous podcasts, some of them 2 or 3 times. I was just hooked. And that kind of introduced me to Bigger Pockets and the real estate forums that they had there. Just a great way to network and learn. And so that kind of got me fired up, and I talked to my buddy who had also done some real estate stuff before, and we decided to partner up and start an LLC and buy rental properties. We didn't know exactly what that looked like, but we kind of had a rough goal of 100 units in 10 years. So after we set up our LLC, we lined up some financing with a bank, and how that worked was we had a little bit of cash to invest, and we're 50-50 partners, so we both put up the same amount of cash, but it wasn't enough to really buy a house. Like we could have, but we probably wouldn't have been able to fix it up necessarily. So when we lined up financing with our commercial lender, they were willing to give us essentially a line of credit based on the cash we gave them. So they gave us a multiplier on our cash that gave us enough to get started. So the first house we bought it at auction. At first we bid online, and they didn't accept any of the bids online, so we had to go to the live auction, which was like really exciting. So we went down to the city to do that. There were other people there. It was very nerve-wracking. We didn't know what we were doing, but we won the house. And so we paid $62,000 for the house. We had about a $60,000 rehab, and that in and of itself is a whole nother story. We learned a ton of lessons, how to deal or not to deal with contractors, and how to manage projects and stuff like that. It went way too long, but eventually we had a house that we pretty much gutted and got rid of all the nasty stuff, put nice stuff in, and we got good tenants in there that are actually still there to this day. So that was our first deal. So like I said, we were in it all in for about 122, and it appraised for 150. So we were able to do a cash out refinance and then kind of rinse and repeat into our next property. So we did this a couple more times with single family. Then we ended up buying a duplex out of state, and that had us at 5 total units at that point. That took us probably 1.5 years to do that. So then we were kind of looking in different markets for a larger multifamily deal, and we were able to secure a slightly larger line of credit through our lender, and we got lucky, and my partner found a deal in a different state, and the numbers they honestly did not look good online when we were looking at the listing, but there was something that caught his eye about it, and he dug a little deeper, and once we received all the financials, we actually saw that it was a really good deal. It was just mismarked. So we got lucky in that we found that deal. flew down there, took a look at it. We kept the existing property management company, and we're very impressed with the demographics of the general area there. And so we bought a 20 unit building last summer, which took us up to 25 units. A little bit about that deal. It was listed at $575. We bought it for $475. It appraised for $573. So we made $98,000 just on day one by buying the property right, and we have a lot of room to raise rents at that property. There hasn't been a huge need for capital improvements thus far. We have a few plans to do some things, and we've done some landscaping and things like that. But as is, we can move the rents up to get them to market rates. So anyway, that took about 2.5 years to get from 0 to 25 units. And so now we're on to our next phase of our investing, looking to either do another multifamily, or we might dive back into single family. We're not quite sure yet, but we're gonna figure that out soon and start accumulating some more real estate. So that's kind of my story, and this is totally doable for any of you out there. You don't even have to have a ton of money. I have some other videos about that, about how to invest in real estate with not using your own money. So there's a lot of different ways to partner with people, line up lenders and stuff like that, where you can buy rental properties and build some real long-term wealth. So yeah, thanks for watching today, guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.